Imagine living a life not just longer, but healthier and more fulfilling. This is the quest for longevity, a journey that's not merely about adding years to your life, but life to your years. It's a pursuit that requires us to examine our daily habits, those routine actions we often take for granted. But what if I told you that these very habits can be the keys to unlocking a healthier, more vibrant life? Yes, our habits, good or bad, shape our health and by extension, our lifespan. The secret lies in identifying those detrimental to our well-being and replacing them with ones that promote vitality and longevity. This is not a hypothetical discourse. It's my personal journey of transformation, a testament to the power of habit change. So buckle up, we're about to embark on a life-changing adventure. Now let's dive into my journey of transformation. My journey began with recognizing the 6 bad habits that were eating into my health. The first of these was smoking, a vice that clouded my lungs and my judgment. Then there was the unhealthy diet, packed with processed foods and lacking in essential nutrients. Sedentary living was another, with more time spent on the couch than on my feet. Stress, an unwelcome guest in my life, was a constant, gnawing away at my peace of mind. Alcohol, once a social lubricant, had become a crutch. And finally, poor sleep habits, which left me perpetually tired and grumpy. Each of these habits was a thread in a tapestry of poor health and reduced longevity, but recognizing them was just the first step on the road to recovery. The first bad habit I decided to break was smoking. Kicking the habit of smoking was one of the toughest things I ever did. It's a statement that rings true for many, but it's also a testament to the power of determination and the will to live a healthier life. When I first decided to quit smoking, it felt like an uphill battle. The cravings were intense and the habit was deeply ingrained. But I knew that every cigarette was robbing me of precious time, damaging my lungs, and increasing my risk for a multitude of health problems. I started by setting a quit date and sticking to it, no matter what. I used nicotine replacement therapies such as patches and gums to help manage the cravings. I also sought support from friends, family, and support groups who understood what I was going through. Every day without a cigarette felt like a small victory, a step towards a healthier me. The benefits of quitting smoking were almost immediate. Within 24 hours, my heart rate and blood pressure began to drop. After 2 weeks, my lung function started to improve. I began to notice that food tasted better, and I could smell things I hadn't been able to for years. Over time, the long-term benefits became evident too. My risk for heart disease, stroke, and lung cancer began to drop. I had more energy, my skin looked better, and I even saved a considerable amount of money that I would have otherwise spent on cigarettes. But perhaps the most rewarding part was the sense of control I gained over my life. Smoking was no longer a crutch I leaned on in stressful situations or a habit that dictated my daily routines. I was free from its grasp, and that freedom felt incredibly empowering. Quitting smoking wasn't easy, but it was undoubtedly worth it. It was the first step in a journey towards a healthier, longer life. It gave me the confidence to tackle other bad habits and showed me that change, however challenging, is possible. The next bad habit on my list was unhealthy eating, but that's a story for another time. For now, let's revel in the victory over smoking, and remember, every step towards a healthier life counts, no matter how small. The road to healthy eating was all about making one good choice at a time. It wasn't about a sudden, drastic change, but rather a gradual transition towards more nutritious foods. It began with small steps like swapping out heavily processed snacks for fresh fruits and vegetables. The difference was almost immediate, with a surge of energy that replaced the previous sluggishness. As time went on, these healthier choices became second nature. Fast food and sugary drinks became less appealing, replaced by whole grains, lean proteins, and a rainbow of fruits and vegetables. Each meal became a chance to nourish the body, rather than just filling it. But it wasn't just about what was eaten, but also how it was eaten. Portion control played a huge role in this transition. It was about understanding that the body needs fuel, yes, but not an excessive amount. Smaller, balanced meals throughout the day helped maintain energy levels and prevent overeating. The benefits of these changes were far-reaching. There was a noticeable weight loss, yes, but that was just the tip of the iceberg. Skin became clearer, energy levels increased, and there was an overall sense of well-being that's hard to describe. There was a newfound respect for the body, a realization of what it could achieve when given the right fuel. Healthy eating wasn't a diet, but a lifestyle change. It wasn't about restrictions, but about finding balance and enjoyment in food. It was about choosing foods that not only taste good, but also do good for the body. It was a journey of discovery, of finding new flavors and textures in wholesome, nutritious food. The impact of this transition was profound. It wasn't just about looking better, but feeling better too. It was about having more energy to do the things loved and feeling more comfortable in own skin. It was a transformation that started from the inside out. With a healthier diet in place, I decided to incorporate regular exercise. Exercise became my friend, my stress reliever. It was a journey of discovery, a path to understanding the rhythms of my own body and the power of movement. I started small, with a simple commitment to move more each day. At first it was a walk around the block, then it became a jog, and before I knew it I was running. Running not away from something but towards a healthier, more vibrant me. The transformation was gradual, but the results were undeniable. I was becoming stronger, fitter, and more alive. But I didn't stop at running. I explored other forms of exercise too. Yoga taught me balance and flexibility, while strength training built muscle and resilience. Each activity brought its own rewards, its own challenges, and its own lessons. And then there were the benefits, the tangible improvements that made every drop of sweat worth it. My heart grew stronger, my lungs expanded with ease, and my energy levels soared. I could feel the vitality coursing through my veins, a testament to the power of regular exercise. But it wasn't just about the physical changes. Exercise also became my escape, my oasis of calm in a world often filled with noise. It was my time, a precious hour or two each day when I could focus solely on myself. It was a gift I gave to myself, a commitment to my own well-being. And so, my regular exercise routine became a pillar of my new lifestyle. It was no longer a chore, a box to be checked off my to-do list. It was a joy, a celebration of my own strength and resilience. It was proof that I could change, that I could break from old habits and forge a new path. So, my advice to you? Find an exercise you love, make it a regular part of your routine, and watch as it transforms not just your body, but your life. Remember, it's not about being the fastest or the strongest, it's about being the best version of you. Next, I tackled one of the silent killers, stress. Stress, though unseen, can have devastating effects on our health. It's like a silent intruder, wreaking havoc on our bodies, minds, and overall well-being. The reality is, stress is an inevitable part of life. However, how we manage it can make a world of difference. In my journey towards a healthier and longer life, I realized that I had to find effective ways to manage my stress levels. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary. I started by identifying my stress triggers. These could be anything from work deadlines to personal relationships or even traffic jams. Once I had identified these triggers, I could then work on strategies to mitigate their effects. One of the most effective stress management strategies I found was mindfulness meditation. It's a simple yet powerful practice that involves focusing on the present moment, accepting it without judgment. This practice helped me to calm my mind, reduce my anxiety, and gain a sense of peace and tranquility. Another strategy I found useful was physical activity. Whether it was a brisk walk in the park, a yoga session, or a high-intensity workout, moving my body helped me to release the tension and stress. It was like hitting the reset button on my stress levels. I also discovered the power of deep breathing exercises. Just taking a few moments each day to focus on my breath, taking slow, deep inhales and exhales, had a profound effect on my stress levels. It was as if with each exhale I was releasing the stress from my body. Lastly, I found it incredibly beneficial to maintain a positive mindset. I started practicing gratitude, focusing on the good things in my life rather than dwelling on the negatives or the stressors. This shift in perspective made a significant difference in my stress levels and overall mental well-being. Stress management is not a one-size-fits-all solution. What works for one person might not work for another. It's about finding what works best for you and integrating it into your daily routine. Remember, managing stress is not about eliminating it completely, but rather learning how to navigate it effectively. With stress under control, I turned my attention to my alcohol consumption. Alcohol moderation was about finding balance. It's not about total abstinence, but about understanding the place of alcohol in a well-rounded, healthy lifestyle. Reducing alcohol consumption wasn't a walk in the park, but the rewards were immediate and profound. Each day started feeling brighter, lighter, and more energetic. Now let's talk about health. Moderate alcohol consumption can significantly reduce the risk of liver disease, heart disease, and even some types of cancers. Your liver especially is a fan of moderation. It's the organ that works overtime to filter alcohol from your bloodstream. By reducing alcohol intake, you're not just giving your liver a break, you're also lowering your chances of developing liver-related ailments. But remember, moderation doesn't mean deprivation. It's about finding the sweet spot where you can enjoy a glass now and then without compromising your health. And that balance is key in the journey toward a healthier, longer life. The final habit I had to change was my sleep pattern. Good sleep is as important to our health as eating, drinking, and breathing. It's a statement that rings true more than ever. Our bodies function best when they're well rested, and sleep is the cornerstone of restfulness. Imagine sleep as a rejuvenating elixir, a magical potion that repairs and renews us, physically and mentally. It's during sleep that our bodies repair tissues, grow muscles, and synthesize hormones. Our minds are no less busy, processing the day's experiences and forming memories. But what happens when this magical potion is of poor quality or in short supply? The answer is simple yet concerning. Insufficient or poor quality sleep can lead to a range of health problems, from cognitive issues like memory loss to physical ailments like heart disease. So how do we ensure that we're getting enough of this vital elixir? By cultivating better sleep habits. This means establishing a regular sleep schedule, creating a restful environment, and adopting behaviors that promote sound sleep. A regular sleep schedule is like a metronome for our internal clock. By going to bed and waking up at the same times daily, we can synchronize our body's clock with the natural rhythms of day and night. Creating a restful environment is equally crucial. This includes keeping our bedrooms dark, quiet, cool, and comfortable. It also means reserving our beds for sleep and intimacy only, not for work or entertainment. Last but not least, our behaviors can significantly influence our sleep. Avoiding stimulants like caffeine and nicotine close to bedtime, steering clear of heavy meals, and engaging in relaxing activities before bed can all contribute to a good night's sleep. By adopting these habits, we can enhance our restfulness and cognitive function, leading to a healthier, longer life. After all, good sleep isn't just about avoiding grogginess during the day, it's about paving the way for a healthier, happier, and longer life. Now let's look at the impact of all these changes. The difference between my life before and after breaking these bad habits was like night and day. Picture a life consumed by the shadows of unhealthy habits, where stress was a constant companion and energy was a fleeting guest. Smoking, poor diet, and a sedentary lifestyle were the norm, a trifecta of bad habits that weighed heavy on my health. Then, imagine a life where the sun has risen, casting light on a healthier path. In this life, the smoke has cleared, replaced by fresh air and deep, invigorating breaths. A colorful spread of nutritious food has taken the place of junk, and my body moves with the rhythm of regular exercise. Stress has taken a back seat, managed by mindfulness and relaxation techniques. Alcohol is no longer a crutch but a once-in-a-while indulgence, and sleep is deep, restful, and restoring. The transformation has been profound, not just physically but emotionally and mentally too, and the journey doesn't end here. Breaking these bad habits didn't just improve my life, it added years to it. The transformations I experienced were not just about living longer, but about living better. Each bad habit I kicked, each positive change I embraced became a brick in the road to a longer, healthier, and more fulfilling life. Quitting smoking, eating healthier, exercising regularly, managing stress, moderating alcohol, and improving my sleep habits. Each of these changes had a profound impact on my overall health and longevity. They didn't just add years to my life, but life to my years. I became more energetic, more focused, more content. But the most important thing to remember is this: it wasn't a magical overnight change. It was a journey of small, steady, and sustainable steps towards better health and a longer life. Remember, it's never too late to start your own journey towards breaking bad habits.